My Gefahren Melonin, and well met indeed. I am Arachir Galadurthan, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer. And welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as Angmar. Let me just put my headset down. Bree, as you can see, are bearing down on us, and this displeases me greatly. I really want them to take on the Misty Mountains, or Moria, and then for Moria to defeat them, but that is not happening, and it's causing me strife and grief and great pains. But we did win recently against the Dwarves and the Northerdine, and so now we have the army of Athelin, which will protect and look over the north, whilst our main army here is about to defeat Captain Bavor, and then we'll worry about Clan Herald Ori, who is the new faction heir, because we killed the last one. So, first of all, we're taking out Bavor. Well, Gobadrai doesn't like us, does it? Just knock that down. Can't really do anything here, to be honest. Oh, it's fairly in our favour, though. Yeah, that's alright. How long until it actually upgrades? Not too bad.
Yes, my lord.
Right, so for now, merge all of those, leave behind the smaller, lesser units.
Yes.
And
Your orders, my lord.
we want that one because it's got the cavalry.
An order.
Attack him.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
691 soldiers. Army ratio 4-1 in our favour. Let's take him out.
Show no mercy. Kill
Now
them
today,
all.
of course, totally unrelated to the video and tangential to everything. Not even tangential. It doesn't even touch the circle or the line that we were just discussing. And that is, of course, that today, Saturday, is the day of the Eurovision Song Contest. And I trust that you'll all be watching with great delight and looking forward to your favourite nations performing. Now, something that we should just put to rest right now before we get all the naysayers in the comments, such as happened yesterday when I played Age of Empires with a few friends on Discord and they were all bemoaning the nations that take part. A country to partake in the Eurovision Song Contest need only be a member of the European Broadcasting Union. That does not equal membership of the European Union, nor even geographical relevance to Europe. Such examples are Azerbaijan, and I believe Morocco may also be part of the EBU, and of course Israel. But then the further question is, surely, Galu, Australia cannot be part of the EBU. They're on the other side of the world, and to that the answer, of course, is no. They are not part of the EBU, and they are indeed on the other side of the world, but they were invited along because of two things. First and foremost, because Australia is a huge supporter of Eurovision. They, many people out there watch it, and it's a very popular show, and so they often have channels dedicated to it, and there's buzz around Eurovision when it is on in Australia. So they were invited along for Eurovision's either 50th or 60th anniversary. Can't remember which one. 60th, I think, because they started in 50 something. So they were invited along, and it went rather well. So they were invited back thereafter, and at the moment they're invited along until the year either 2021 or 2022. I can't remember which one. And then Europe, the EBU will then assess whether or not they want Australia back in thereafter, which they will do. Now, this is chiefly because the point of Eurovision is to bring the countries together in just a fun and carefree manner. We all get together, we send some artists to sing some songs, the whole of Europe watches it and beyond, and it's all about peace and unity and being together. Now, that is the first and primary goal and objective of the Eurovision Song Contest. And of course, the second reason that Australia are invited along, and the second reason why it extends to nations that are outside of Europe, is because they pay money. And as much as we don't want to suggest that that's the case, given the message of peace and unity, it absolutely is, unfortunately. So, primary cause, let's show the world that we all love each other. Secondary cause, pay us some money and we'll show the world that we all love each other. And it always disappoints me, to be honest. I would absolutely prefer, I'm sure many of you are aware that there are 5 countries in Europe that don't have to participate in any of the semi-finals. They automatically get entry into the grand final. And of course they are the United Kingdom, Italy, Germany, France, Spain.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Yeah, and then the host nation always gets the nation that won last year always automatically makes it to the final, which is absolutely fine, and I totally agree with. But I don't like the Big Five thing. It is literally just the contest constantly sings about peace and togetherness, and that being the most important thing of all. And then here we are, essentially bribing our way into the grand final, and I've never agreed with it. But there we are. I would absolutely have the Big Five participate in the semi-finals. And being a man of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, I'm well aware that this would mean that we would never make it to the final, because Europe unfortunately absolutely hates us. They hated us before we decided to leave them, and they hate us even more now that we did. So whilst the juries tend to always vote highly for our acts, because everyone sings in English, or the majority of people sing in English, and of course we are English, the language is our own, so we tend to sing the best in it. Obviously Ireland also sing in English, but their songs of late have been a bit low quality, so they haven't really had that advantage. But we always at least sing very, very well, so the juries always tend to give us quite high marks. But of course in the public voting we just get nothing. No one ever votes for us. Ireland sometimes, Malta often give us a few points to historic ties. And by historic ties I mean we used to own them, as we did with many countries. And interestingly, it does tend to be the countries that we actually did used to have a more controlling holdover that actually give us the points now. But anyway, we'd never get through the semi-finals, and I'm fine with that. I don't care. I don't watch it for England's act. I watch it for the other acts. Go on, break, you buggers.
The enemy army flees the field.
What are we on?
Pursue and run them down.
Yeah, catch a few more of them. You, ceasefire. You, ceasefire. You're out the axe throwers, aren't you? There we are, those dwarves are taken care of. The Dwarven Cashbolt crew is all that remains. Get them. And the enemy general is down. And we can end it there.
This is a
94 lost, 666 taken out. 135 of them by Guardians of Kharndom, of course. I appreciate when you tuned in to episode 17 of the Angmar campaign, led by the very leader of the mod that brings you this Angmar campaign. You didn't think you'd get a little bit of a Eurovision lecture, but there we are. Eurovision is cracking good fun. And I know what your next question is, and you're going to say Galu, but what acts do you want to actually win this year? And I'll tell you for free that I would like either Norway, Azerbaijan, or Italy to win. Any of those three, I'd be happy. Now, I think Australia might actually win this year with their bizarre popra song, they call it, pop opera. And with the poles that they're just flying around. And there we are. Now, if Australia, of course, do win, judging from past experience in years where countries have won but decided not to host, it will almost certainly be hosted by a country in Europe, most likely the United Kingdom, and then I imagine ABC or whoever does it in Australia, I assume it's ABC, they will then send people to actually do the hosting. So it will be in England or somewhere, but the actual hosts on the night will be Australian. I would expect to be the outcome. Let's try and merge these two. So let's take those ones out. And those for now.
Yes, my lord.
Merge you together and merge what we can. And we don't actually want all of those to go together. So if Skuld and Hunvorn come out, we'll think of something to do with you. And the army stands as one and heads west. Now we've got troops coming from Kharndom, haven't we? Yes, we have. Oh yes, look, we've got a full army. Chuck those savages in there, take a few bits of trash. And then Erdrick the Wrathful, you will link up with Skuld and Hunvorn and move over to assist.
My lord.
So for now, chuck some towers down.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, there's more door. Oh, of course, Angsul. Yes, I forgot that they'd taken that. Let's see if you guys can't go and... Oh, come on, go Bedrain. How can you hate me that much? It's pathetic. Oh, we can retrain. Not really sure what, but we can. Now, I'd imagine we'll hold Ethelyn for a while, so it's fairly our culture. Let's get some roads to improve our trade and movement around the region. Sparta leg building. Oh, good. Take some of those. You'll send those up to join the Kharndom army. Likewise. Ah, no. I want the wargs. And then chuck those on, I suppose. They can go to Athelin if they do not end up going west. But I think we're an end turn there. We haven't got a mission, have we? No. Let's do it. So there you are. There's my little Eurovision spiel. It's a laugh. That's why we watch it. Ah, the dwarves have come. I was hoping we might catch them on a bridge, but it's not to be. Now, I imagine their army is almost solely made up of siege. Oh, no. Azagal's Tomb Protector's standing there. 2 generals. There's not really a very good army, is it? We haven't really got very much cavalry, though, so stopping the 4 siege units is going to be a challenge. But this is where we must make our stand.
There'll be no escaping us now.
We're just going to have to keep wearing them down, but they are, of course, constantly training. We need to get them... I need to just get so lucky and shut down their training. As soon as they're down to only a few regions, then their armies will start to die out and not replenish. Right, they attacked us, meaning we can do what we like. We don't have too many archers, though. In fact, we only have 2. But then fighting uphill is always a detriment to their troops, so if we can, we will. So we're going to come over here. We'll just stand everyone here for now, because we're going to walk up that hill behind us. There we are. Everybody ready? Right, but what we are going to do, though, because the siege weapons will likely be at the back and out of the way, we'll send our 2 units of cavalry over that side. And I think as well, what I might send is units that we can assist, because the cavalry will need help. So we'll chuck one of them down and one of them down. And you guys, hopefully they'll almost certainly come for our main army. He says, and they don't come for our main army whatsoever. Right, get the archers on top. Stand yourselves up there. Don't run away. Be indefensive. You fellows go in front of the archers. You're going to be throwing your axes what you can. And I don't necessarily want to do it, but it's just so productive and so useful to do a noob circle. And the AI never really handles them. They always just run straight at you, leaving much of your circle to be free to use to do what you want with. Standing there. Right, the more aggressive and flanking style units come over here. Excuse me, sorry. And then you guys just make up the rest of that line there. Alright, fellas. Move yourself around to there. It looks like they are more interested in our cavalry than we first anticipated. I don't understand why. There are 2 units here. What are they going to do to you? They're going to do nothing. Right, 97 of you. Shut down those dwarven labourers. If they want to shoot us and abandon their siege equipment on top of that hill, then be my guest. Jeez. Our cavalry should be able to take down the bulk of the siege in a single charge. Oh, I didn't move the pikes. No. Just go and stand back there. Right, they've engaged the labourers. You just hit those labourers there, then. Ah, the siege equipment protected them. That's annoying. Did they just mortar their own troops, though? No. I could charge, but pull yourselves out.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Charge again. 6 of you, pull out. 59 Ballister crew. Try and get behind them so that when we charge, like that, you absolutely massacre them. Finish them. Are they coming for us yet? Right, those hitting those labourers. Oh, and those are taking out those labourers. Nice. And now they're finally moving their army over to us, but they're going to come in dribs and drabs, which is going to assist us as well. We've sown discord and chaos amongst the ranks of the dwarves, and they don't know what to do, where to go, which way is up. And they will now pay for that. I'm not bothered if all 4 of those die, to be honest. Although that was a rubbish charge. The AI's just done one on you. Don't get tangled up with the nobles. Oh, what are you doing? Run!
Continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Oh, I hate this game as much as I like this game. Right, hit the Ballaster crew. What's going on over here then? The nobles are coming for us, which is one of the generals. Get yourselves out on the flank over there. Flank them to get them as much as we can. Surround them. Move yourselves out. Let's get our generals ready to assist as well. I'm assuming you are now wiping out the last of the Ballaster crew. Yes. There you go, hit the catapult. I don't know if that's the general or the secondary. Wow, that doesn't really make sense, does it? I don't know if that's the leader, the heir. Savages, finish those firebeards. Come on. Nice. Everyone takes a man.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
The catapult crew is abandoning the catapult. Our units down there have been slaughtered, but they've pulled some of the enemy's forces totally out of the battle. Longbeard phalanx coming back to meet us there. Those dwarven labourers move forward. Ah, yes, so each unit that we're attacking here is quite well outnumbered. Except from you there.
Like this, we will smash the enemy.
We need to hit those Longbeard swordmen. 23 of you. Who's near? Go back and shut down the catapult. We're just going back for the damn siege weapon. Just die already. Go on, just finish them. You should be able to get them in melee now.
They have lost half their men.
Yeah, the Azagal's protectors are going down. Do they need help on that right-hand side? Well, even if they don't. Oh, no, look, they got them there. Tumunzar nobles, though, that's always a threat. Pull around. Militia. Where's our... Yes, Axemen move through the middle. They will now bring them down, that's good. Now, I'm hoping that this one is the general, because he is about to die. Although there's... Yeah, those swordmen are going down. We've got someone else coming though. Who's this? Longbeard phalanx. That's alright, by the time they arrive we'll be able to totally maneuver our forces to absolutely surround and destroy them. I think the Ballaster crew still has some men. Yes, they do. We should be charging those nobles, really. Alright, we're done there. Move into positions. Those last of the Azagals are going down, and the Tumunzar nobles are already at half health. Start shooting those pikes. Nice. Ballaster crew down to 1.
The enemy general.
Yes!
His troops will lose their will to fight.
Yes! They will not be happy. Their clan herald is down. The heir to their whole faction has just fallen. The best way to defeat pikes is, of course, to just completely surround them. We'll get you to come back now. Alright. The phalanx is moving in. I know we're staring at nothing. Come on, guys. Take out the Dwarven neighbours. Oh, they're shaken. Each man looking forward, not ready for what's about to come from behind. Their demise comes from behind. How can the forces be evenly matched? Crush them! Hit those Dwarven neighbours next. I should send them routing. Oh, you guys are absolute monsters. There's some Longbeard Swordmen over there thinking they're going to escape. And down they go. Oh, this unit is amazing. Another phalanx has just arrived. Pull people out, pull people out.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
And they're broken and they're routing. Alright. Pull yourselves back. Just form a solid line. The cavalry's got them. All that remains are the Tumunzahar nobles. And it looks like they're going. Yes, the enemy has had enough. Cavalry, it's all on you. I want this man dead. There he is. The red cloak. Get ahead of them. He swapped to the other side. All we did was just enable him. Come on, I need just one solid charge into them. Yes! Now let them leave.
If we continue like
yes!
this, we will smash the enemy.
There he is. Thulin is down. Ori is down. And the dwarves scamper back to their mountains with their tails firmly between their big
Our
boots.
foe is utterly vanquished.
Solid
Let all who
victory.
remember this day, remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
And to nobody's surprise, the Guardians of Khandum take the top spot with 267 kills. Ah, that unit is so powerful. Oh dear, what a blessing. What a blessing. Now, we do need our reinforcing army coming from our heartland, though. That army's not going to get too much further. But we definitely can take Fueros back. And to be honest, I think the small army that's now being led by the Wraith and Lord Skuld should be enough to take Angsul back. Although, look, they've just bypassed our army and they're going for Gobadrine again. You'll have to forgive the coughing. It's a little after 8:15 in the morning, and I haven't had a drink yet.
I'll rip off your head and spit down your neck.
I will take Angsul back. Oh, and 3 people have just come of age. Oh, and all of them are in Khandum. No, only 2 of them are. Macbetha, Ansuvald, and Angmar is down in Goverdale. Oh, perfect placement.
Yes.
Now, if I move that army back, this one's only going to retreat.
I'll rip off your head and
But I don't think we need it.
An order. my lord.
That army should be able to take that dwarven army down. You've already got enough to take Angsul back, so head out and do that.
We'll stop
Barkaleg is only a couple of turns away from assisting you, and the same with Shadoon. Put yourselves on the edge there.
orders, my lord.
Head north to Angsul.
We'll make camp here.
Alright, and you guys, build me a tower,
Yes.
first and
Nothing
foremost.
shall escape your notice in these
And then head
lands,
back and
my
take
lord.
Furos back.
We shall
You're a
support
turn away from Angsul, that'll give us some more guardians, that's almost certainly what they will reward us with.
March to exalt
And
orders.
we'll end this episode with the defeat of Captain Draren. He's got some scouts, he's got some labourers, he's got some pikemen, and he's got a catapult. But we've got 3 bodyguards, one of which is better than a normal bodyguard, and the other is also better than a normal bodyguard. But his catapults could cause some trouble. So we'll have to ensure that we get to them quickly and shut them down. Shut it all down! All. All who stand before us must perish. Right, we're going to try and use you as sad as it is, and I'm sorry because you're veterans of various wars, but we're going to use you as just fodder. Oh, they have taken up a position far back. Right atop that hill, bugger. Alright, you and you. Just walk at them. You're coming from the right. Skuld, come down the middle. Hoonvorn up the left. No one is on defensive mode, I trust. We'll just walk ourselves in. So they have got a unit of archers. Oh no, they're crossbowmen. That's not good. This will be a test of our unit's individual strengths, really. But the catapult crew, of course, will not shoot us as soon as we actually engage their units in melee. Oh, here's a thought. Here's a very big thought. Let's just actually use them as fodder. I know it's cheeky and a bit bad, really, but I think it's just perfect. Also, I don't think we need to go quite as far wide as we were going. Look, no, they're moving the catapults out. What are they doing? Going for the generals. Alright, generals. Come together. Charge yourselves in. The enemy has played their hand now. Are you the normal one? Yes, you are.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Dwarven labourers
The enemy are badly
routing.
bloodied. They have lost half their
Oh,
men.
those witch knights just massacred those pikemen. I was not expecting that. I thought they'd run into some real trouble, but no. Oh, this is a doddle. This is over already.
Behold how our cowardly
Capture a
foe
few more that you
runs.
can.
It's time to press the attack.
Oh, wow. I mean, I thought the dwarves would
This
put up
is
way
a
more of a
clear
fight than that.
victory.
He hit them head on. 88 kills, Barrow-wights. Well done. Head on into a pike unit that had a hill behind it, and they just cut through them. I was not expecting that. I mean, I know they're a lesser pike unit. They are the entry-level Eredluin pike unit, but they're still dwarves. They're still pikes, and we charged head on. That's bizarre. I suppose it does go to show that no one unit truly is a monster. And when you are attacked by a unit that vastly outclasses you, the deal is already done. You are going to lose. Kill them all. I think we might just run around with you three then. Pop them back in there because they're not going to do anything now, are they?
To glory and
Go and hit Orn. Oh, perfect. So, you guys will move out and maybe try and hassle Bari Donionach. The Athelin army, we can't really afford to move from there because Fornos Orion is around there. I think it's about there, actually. So, we're just a stone's throw from that now, so we need to keep that border strong. Ah, look, the cowards are coming in for... We might have to divert then. The Barcaleg forces, you're going to have to move south because it looks like Breeze coming. Kandum is providing enough of a force to take Angsul and then move west. And we're going to have 2 extra Guardian units once we take back Angsul.
My lord.
And then, of course, we'll also take Fueros. So it's only really Bree that's the unknown that's a bit of a pain. And they, as you can see, are moving into Moria's lands. But we are reinforcing Imladris. And the Imladris battle map will give us a huge advantage. If you can get a great haul, though, I'd really appreciate that. You're not going to be able to because we're losing money. But if you could... But anyway, that's where this episode is going to end. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Pedimad Melonin, and farewell.